Chilling with the kid. Times are tough. You know, with the bees checking in with today's kids, talking about preventive maintenance. Who likes to know the kids are safe? Man, women, to some degrees, don't we all want our seeds? To be able to fulfill all their needs without the bullies, without these people pushing these in the lockers, let them expose their emotions while they're still growing, dog. They be knowing, Joe, freestyle wild, maybe perhaps cooked as a child. But this is why we here live. How? You doing? Alien. All life is equal now. Yo, let's get this, folks. Little freestyle for anybody checking in a little early, waiting for all these aliens got in check in. We had a good show out yesterday, so fast for you to go out and push this energy. You heard? Is so we have pushed out a couple songs. I think somebody's liking our little banger we pushed out yesterday. Little cheeks to the sky, cheeks to the sky. Yo, I seen the shout out up in the comments yesterday with the happy birthday to Mr. Ethan. Yo, we're gonna sing happy birthday. We see Cherry on here later. Hotline Cherry. Word, happy belated birthday. I'm sorry I didn't see that comment on time. Speaking of which, I'm gonna go ahead and get my computer on and set. Yo, you guys want to help a kid out, help FASH family grow, it be this, pass these videos. We're going to talk about some positive things. Every day is something different. We ain't talking about the game. We ain't talking about other artists, muses and stuff like that. We do give salutes like today. In our songs, true, I can't stop rapping right now, excuse me. I absolutely love to give shout outs and proper credit where it is due. I was pulling from some energy today that came to me through what am I doing? Let's go back to that. Is this so I came into some energy today that was from the D12 album Devil's Night, as ironic as it is, Fash loves ironic humor, but more than that, I don't know. People like to fuel the fire. People like irony. People like to be, you know what I mean. So approach the fire any way you can and try to help some of these children not get burnt. You heard? So I got this live, so I can go ahead and see anybody checking in. Again, happy birthday, Sir Ethan. Yo, family, Fast family, forever, semper. Listen. We're building this. Listen, we're not yes men. We're not the proper yes men. We're not the proper yes men, and that's probably something that maybe we're lacking. I don't know. Maybe they want more of in this culture. They want us to feed the bull. We ain't gonna feed the bull because we don't do that. We don't co-sign BS. There's no need for that. No Bravo Sierra. No need to co-sign the bull S. So it's more this. It's I want to share some of my life experience with y'all to show when I hashtag rap and hip hop in this. I want all my rap and hip hop heads in this. I want all my true influencers in this to feel some of this energy that maybe might touch your music, that might help shape some of these kids to know that, listen, yo, again, back to that album, Devil's Night, and any freestyle you listen to, sir, PR, letter O, sexy, listen, it's his word. It's beautiful. He was a muse. He was a prophet. Yo, he was calling this from the jump. Yo, the problem about these children being bullied to the point of where they feel like they are so isolated that they go into these schools and they do these horrible things. And guess who else are in these schools? Our seeds. Our seeds are in these schools. Fashion seeds is grown, but guess what? It don't matter. It's our seeds. This is our community. Eventually, Fashion grand seeds go to these schools, but whatever. What kind of print are we gonna leave? How much of kids are gonna feed into this nonsense till they know it's not the right stuff? It was really fun making that song yesterday. You know what I mean? I was just dancing around in the room to a couple of my jams, yo, and came up with that little dance. Fash is the dance. Fash could get it in dancing. Come up with his new little dance. Pop. Hey, yo, why wouldn't we want to see that in the club? I want to see that in the club. I want to see that for days in the club. Cheeks to the sky. Yo, so this popping, back to this. Let's get back to the bangers, the fun, the everybody accepted now. Everybody accepted, not accept kid. Everybody accepted, not accept kid. Listen, you don't like FASH, it's fine. I'll take that. I take it. Not everybody gotta like me. FASH is grown enough to understand that. Not everybody understands that. There was a time when I didn't understand that, and we're gonna go back to that time. So, for all my family checking in, for anybody that checked in, that's seen the hashtag bully junior high, listen to the story. Listen to the story I'm about to tell you real quick, and understand the power of music, the power of music. Try to grasp the power of music. You understand how much I give appreciation back to the culture, and that's because I give appreciation to people I feel influence this planet as a whole, and those who give, those true poets, that those true muses that help to shape this world through creative mind. I absolutely salute. They're blessed. They're blessed soldiers to me, women, men alike. Listen, it's all one. Listen, it's all one. We're talking about one. We're not talking about gender. We're not talking about religion. We're not talking about none of that stuff. Because the more I check into some of these places, the more that's all I hear about is religion or skin tone. Or we're not going to talk skin tone. We're going to talk this skin tone. And it's like, no, y'all need to tone it the fuck down altogether. All this thing, get rid of all this tone. All this, you need to tone it down, bro. Tone it down. You're making people feel unaccepted to the culture, and that's absolutely disgusting. Wouldn't you even just want to sell an extra record? Or if you just don't like certain people, you put that out there, you're practically a hate group then at that point, no? Like put the description of people you don't like out there and see if you're well accepted. Actually, I'm about done with all this double standard stuff. No, it's not right. It's not right. If it's not right, it's not right. You know what's right. We know what's right. I know what's right. You know who else, like I said before, you know who else knows what's right and wrong? You do. All right, so we're going to get to the story of FASH, right? FASH is this Marine, right? FASH got real scrappy at the end, say around age 13. But there was 11 to 12 that FASH was tortured. This was sixth grade, 7th grade, 8th grade. During these times when FASH went to school, if I wasn't the lowest member of the totem pole to talk about that, any person in the classroom could pick on me easily. Any person in that class could pick on me easily. I ain't never been picked on in my life. If that's not true, I've never been picked on in my life. Listen to me, dude. I'm gonna tell you some stories. Now it's this. It's this. It started FASH is thick in culture. You know where I'm from? I'm from New Bedford. I love it. I love the melting pot. We're thick in culture. We're also quick with. Grew up in the 90s. We were quick with your mama jokes. We were quick with sneaker jokes. We were quick with freaking dogging on people. We love dogging on people. Let's dog on people. That we caught wreck on people all day long. FASH learned this up in prison in a different way, but I'm a grown man up there. I'm going to talk about when I was back here 11 years old. Because there's a couple situations here. There's two situations feeding this. There's a home spectrum to this. There's a home facet to this, and there's a culture facet to this. And we have to accept this, and we have to start changing it. The home facet to this, to FASH. FASH at the time, I was living with my father, my biological father, my stepmother. My father worked all day. He came home. He drank. I wanted to say drank, but he drunk. God bless my fathers, both my biological father and my stepfather. I love past the grave. Both of them has passed, and FASH loves and prays for them. That's why I understand when I say. So when I put out energies like God bless the prophet, God bless Sir Tupac, who's really touched and influenced my soul, and I give proper respect and flowers as he did with Pave the Way and God Bless the Dead and stuff like that, bro. This similar soul, and I believe the same, was seen in another muse, Sir Prophet Proof. And one of the things, you listen to these records, they talk about some twisted stuff, but I said this today. I said, but the funniest thing is when it came to Proof of Smart, he always seemed to like bring it back into some kind of society issue. And he was a dope rapper. He was an absolute dope rapper. I couldn't even imagine. God bless Eminem with the dopest friend ever, bro. The dopest friend ever. And I'm so sorry for your loss, sir. FASH has also lost best friends too. That's the three of them. Three of them. At age 17 was the first time Fash had a. Well, Fash wasn't 17. Fash was 16. The gentleman was 17 when Fash first experienced one of his friends committed suicide. Came home from the army boot camp and shot himself before senior year. I was in ROTC with this gentleman. We used to walk home, smoke weed all the time. It was dope. I mean, this kid was a beautiful soul, a beautiful soul. So many beautiful souls. The gentleman that was rapping, that I love to talk about and bring him up, the battle rapper that really touched Fash's life. Army intelligence gentleman. Same thing, dope soul. Um, these people are true muses. True muses. We're creative, and we have dope lit fires, and we need to illuminate. We need to illuminate. Light this up. Light this up. Share and pass. So here we go. So sixth grade. Sixth grade. I was living with my father who worked all day. At night he drank. On the weekends, we had more of a working relationship. On Sundays, like I said, about age six, probably about age six or so, I was cutting aluminum with a torch. By the time I was 8 and knew how to handle the cherry on steel, to cut through steel, blow the oxygen through steel with a torch, I was doing that at age 8, collecting steel with my father at a junkyard, scrapping company, and that's what he did for his little hustle on the weekends to get his money up for the family, and that's when I got to spend my time with him. But aside from that, I had no real time with him, and they put up a strong fight about keeping my mother out of my life, which was very unfortunate. So now my mother had just started to be able, she fought her way back into Fashion's life. I love you, Jesse. I'm gonna have to call you back. A tattoo artist. Yo, Mr. Powers calling, checking in. Yo, check us in on the live. Yo, no, just play. Yo, I hope he's not calling for a tattoo. He's probably calling yo, I have to meet up with you at another point, sir. I'm so sorry. I want to take this call, but I got to finish this live. It's very important. So sixth grade, back to sixth grade. So, and at the time, he was married to this woman who had two daughters of her own. Fash had a biological Irish twin, um, Jason, who passed away a couple years ago, who was mentally handicapped. A lot of focus was put on him. The lady that my father married was actually like kind of in the field for that, so she took to him, and she took very well care. She took very good care of him, very good care of him. And I do give her absolute proper respect and love for that, and that's probably where it comes from, because mine and her relationship at the time was an absolute disaster. She looked for any reason to punish me. Fash been through them punishments. Listen, old school punishments, like old school punishments, like 80s, 90s. Fash grew up in the 80s and 90s. I was born in 78, so this is right late 80s, early 90s. And Fash was that kid nailing in the corner on Rice, nailing in the corner on Rice. Now remember, this is the time of so I'll put the culture somewhere. We're gonna put culture somewhere. This is about the time we're gonna live in color. This is about the time of living color was just starting to break. The Simpsons, maybe, you know what I mean? The late 80s, early 90s, right about this time. So whatever y'all were doing, remember those times? Those times weren't so barbaric. I was facing some barbaric times. If I wasn't, I was grounded pretty much like all the time. I was grounded, so I didn't even know the outside world. So my household was leaving me without support and kind of isolated, to where I didn't know a lot of. It's not whatever I knew through cultures, what I seen on TV or learned real quick in school, and a lot of the time through the school. Once I started hit in sixth grade and stuff like that, when sneakers started to count and stuff like this. Maybe that's the time around where puberty kicks in, girls start looking at guys, or people want to start feeling cool, whatever it is. Is that my stepmother refused to buy me good sneakers. Like, I almost felt like she went out of her way to pick out the worst sneakers ever. I put it out there. Fash literally had a pair of sneakers that were called Huffies. They weren't. I've had Voights. I've had Huffies. I've had every kind of Kmart kickers there was. And that kind of sparked it. That just like sparked it. So that just once you give a reason for a. And you can see this I've been through the Marines, I've been through prison, and you can see this whenever you get a group of people together, and it don't matter race, religion, none of that. You get a group of people together, and it's almost like, I don't know if they feed off the weak, some of them try to help the weak, and then some of them really, it depends what kind of energy is going through the school strong, right? So that's where I count on us muses to come in and make some of this positive energy cool. This way some of our kids could be have the freedom to be creative just like us. We had to fight for our, so just like we had to fight in our lives to leave some stuff to our children, we have to do that also spiritually in this world. You know what I mean? There's a physical fight in this world, physical realm. There's also spiritually, we're aware of this. So now that we're aware of this, we're using a little bit more than 10% of our brain. We're using our spirits now. Now we need to throw our spirits into this and figure out, hey, how can we, as muses, help? Think, yo, what Fash loves that age of music where it was like absolutely doo-wop, like oh my god, I'm talking like Big Bopper, like Chantilly lace kind of stuff. Pretty face, got a ponytail hanging down, got a wiggle in the walk and a giggle in the talk, make more go round 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 round. There ain't nothing in this world like a big eyed girl to make me act real funny, make me spend my money, make me act real loose like a long neck loose. I tell her, oh baby, that's a what I like. Yo, music was fun. Music was fun. Music was fun for Fash all through life. But I had to come to a point where I was cool enough in society to be accepted in society to enjoy the same things. A couple of my homies growing up kind of really pulled me in and taught me this kind of stuff. But before all this, there was the 6th grade, there was the 7th grade, there was the 8th grade. There was times where, listen, all right, so I'm gonna give you a for example right now. You want a bad day in class? You want a bad day in class? Imagine be about 12, right? It's a hot summer. It's early night. So let's say 91 night. Let's say 91-ish. Let's say about 91. Let's say Public Enemy-ish. Right around Public Enemy time. You know what I mean? Right around Public Enemy, Humpty. There you go. So Humpty actually came out when I was in the 6th grade because a couple of the homies got kicked off the stage for trying to perform that at our talent show. But anyways, so here we go. So back there, so that's the 6th grade. Fash was a poor kid in class getting picked on for the sneakers, but it wasn't that bad because I wasn't the only one. It was still going around a little bit. Fash was in chess club, so it was all right. I had a couple things going for me, right? I was maneuvering. 7th grade hit, and it was just like 7th grade hit, and it was during the Rodney King riots. It was during a lot of things that me as a kid, how the hell as a kid should this affect it? How does this come down to straight affect kids like this? It's pushing hate. Ladies and gentlemen, I understand equal, and I push for that with all my heart. But once you stop pushing so equal that's all you want is yours, you're starting to kind of look like the energy you're fighting. That's bananas. All right, so hot day. My stepmother's mother went down to Disney World, bought everybody like these gifts and stuff like that. When she came up, she had a lot of grandchildren and whatnot, and God bless her, rest her soul. And listen, so she came and she gave me these pair of shorts, and they were a pair of short shorts. When you wear shorts, so see, Fash can laugh about this now. I don't care if Fash is a grown man. I can accept this, and this is the reason why I put this out for anybody else going through this right now. Yo, listen to me. There's more to life. There's more to life than junior high. Listen to me. There's more to life than junior high. Fash stood on the Marine Corps Prince footsteps at 17 years old. Just about 5 years later, after all this tortureness happened. So listen up. Became a sergeant in Marines. 4 years. Takes people 10 years. Let's go. So, got to play with explosives, bunch of guns, butterfly triggers, all that kind of stuff. Now listen, let's get it. Trained for this though because something very important happened to Fash. It's something very important happened to Fash in the 8th grade, and that was my mother came back into my life, and my mother was with a gentleman who was a former biker trying to convert into a family man. He was a nature loving SOB, savage, true blood rooted savage, last name Savage, bro. So it's until then, Fash was this meek, timid kid that I had no support at the house, and then I had no support at school, it was torture everywhere. It was torture to go to school, it was torture to go home, and it was torture in between, knowing to go where to where. There's kids out there like this. We have to help these kids. FASH is one of these kids. So I'll speak up all day long, and I'll fight the fight against any kind of inequality I see. You're not going to describe something as too white anymore. I'm sorry. Not as FASH got a voice. You want to take my voice away? Come take it away. Shoot me the fan one. Please shoot me the fan one. You want to pull your rubber? Shoot the fan one. Don't do that. That's absolutely unmusic. That's unamusing. That's unamusing. Don't do that. Don't do that. I can catch lyrics too. I understand lyrics. Don't do that. Leave it on the lyrics. Leave it on the lyrics. Leave it on the poetry. But why is the poetry there? Kids are listening to this poetry. You got to direct talk to somebody? Direct talk to somebody. You got a direct problem with somebody? Solve the direct problem. Yo, this is where FASH wants to go back to bidding and stuff. Because everything was closed before the cell. Everything was settled before the cell door closed. Anybody that been upstate know this kind of stuff. Listen, FASH been upstate. It held itself down 7 years. 7 years. Sat on the boss table. Was running the books, running cigarettes, running... right? This is all from this little kid that wore short shorts to the school one day. So short that they were burning my fucking ass as I was sitting on these hot metal seats. These kids was laughing at me. They were made out of these, they had a Mickey Mouse sign on them because they're from Disney World. They're little blue tight shorts. Imagine that. Like what Marines run around with. And better yet, they were made out of freaking like that towel material. So they're all like frizzy and stuff. A little frizzy, fruity looking. And FASH, excuse me, that was... It was so, what's the word for it, taboo back then. It was so taboo that was a picked on subject. And so I understand that fight too. And I understand that fight. Don't let nobody get picked on for nothing. I understand. Come together. Come together. I understand that kind of stuff. When FASH says I want to be identified by something I want to talk about my grandmother with, it's just that. It's just I want everything on equal. So I wouldn't want to bring +1 to my table. I can't bring +1 to my table. I grew up in equality. And fighting for it in a melting pot, right? I was just talking about that today. It's like sometimes I feel that critical race theory. Sometimes I feel that critical race theory is like the opposite of melting pot. It's like everybody wants to be known so separate that there's no melting pot there. If you live in America, we're in America. We're what that lady says. Give us all your everybody. Come over. Bring us your sick, your poor, your needy. My Oma came over legally, learned how to speak English, worked at City Hall for 20+ years. There was a time. My Oma, it's funny because I heard on a podcast today that every family has some kind of racism in them. Okay, so dig this. I'm told stories. My Oma didn't know English. She's coming from another country. She's just looking for freedom. That's all she's looking for. Freedom. She's trying to get away from. Communism and stuff like that. She comes over here and she's told that she's like able to vote and stuff like that, and she's believing in the system. Her kids are seeing already frauds in the system and telling them that the system ain't working. Look at what it is today. Whose vote counted where? We don't even know. Anyways, let's go. So let's rewind. So FASH's Oma, right? My mother's telling stories of when they grew up in the project. So FASH's 2-3 generations projects, and so we know this, right? And there was a time where it was so thick, the separation was so thick that when she got off the bus, all her kids stood in the doorway and like hoped that she made it about 20-30 yards to her door, because people would throw stuff at her, people would just treat her a certain way, and she couldn't even speak their language too good, but it was because of the pigment of her skin. We have to understand and know what we're playing with. I need to, these guys, most of you guys, and the places, some of the places I'm hearing it from, y'all got deals and stuff like this. There's no reason for y'all to act super radical like this. I understand everybody want to be the most radical person on the world. Fine, jump in the octagon, bro. Jump in the octagon. It's simple as that. You want to be the most radical dude, shoot somebody a fair one in the octagon. That's the only way you're going to get it. That's the only way I'm going to be impressed. A basketball court, battle rap, whatever the event is, whatever the sport is, take it out in the sport. And if the kid ain't good at the sport, leave the damn kid alone. You know, last kid picked. Are you kidding me? Always the last kid picked. Last kid picked. And like I said, so what happened here is, all right. So now, if Fash loved the culture, oh my God, I'd watch every Living Color. I would listen to all the music. I was in the culture. I was in the culture, unaccepted. So like I was that kid in class. So my ass was burning on those fucking seats, and kids were making fun of me and shit like that. They're talking about like the 20 sack pyramid, and Fash wants to kick in because Fash knows about it. Fash loves the Wayans brothers. Fash loves the freak SWA. Yo, everything came from In Living Color. That was the time of cross colors. Yo, cross colors was dope once I was finally able to get my own clothing. But we'll get there. All right, so picked on heavily, 6th, 7th, 8th grade. I looked at somebody seriously today and I was like, yo, I was like, honest to God, I was so low on a totem pole in junior high school that I could have been the first person to do that. I could have been the first person to do that just on the fact that I had no support at home and I had no support at school. I could have did it either or. Like I could have blew up either or. If I had some kind of something in me or the opportunity or whatever happens to these kids that make these kids do these crazy things, it's very unfortunate. Please, prayers go out. Love go out to their family. Prayers and love go out to their family. I promise you this. This is why FASH is on here doing this. FASH is trying to help explain that there is some very tough circumstances in these worlds, and sometimes they reside in the soul of a 10-year-old, 11-year-old, not accepted at school, having a hard time at home. So who jumps in right here? The guidance counselors, the human service workers, humanity. This is where humanity comes in. Hey, FASH knows 1-on-1 makes 2 about humanity sometimes. I know 1-on-1 plus X makes real humanity because there's a spiritual factor that we gotta kick in, and that's the fastest. What the hell's happening to all these kids, bro? You think it's hard to get along in the industry? There ain't even so many people that talk amongst these hip hop heads and stuff like that, yo. And it's hard to get along with these hip hop heads. They're beefing and stuff like that. That's where all the money's at. That's only a couple people. FASH graduated with over 300 people. I didn't graduate, but FASH's class was over 300 people senior year. Over 300 people. Imagine over three. Now, if 300 people, yo, our motto was live, love, and learn. Live, love, and learn. FASH loved everything he did in culture. When I was in the 6th grade, I got to go see the movie Glory before it was on any. The first time it was played. The first time Glory was played in New York. They busted us to New York, someplace in New York. I don't know where the heck it was right now. I'm sorry, my memory don't go back that far. But because I went to Sergeant William H. Kearney Academy, which was the first non-commissioned officer, first African-American non-commissioned officer, Sergeant William H. Kearney Academy. That was the name of our school. When you walked into this school, the first thing you see is the Statue of Glory. You guys know the Statue of Glory, the guy with the guy up on the horse and the 13th Regiment behind him? Yes. So we had like a life-size statue of this as soon as you walked into our lobby. We had like a couple plaques of it even going in. We had this little thing that we played King of the Hill on, and it was like a dedication to these people. We come from a thick culture. FASH loved it. FASH loved it. Yo, so I got to go get bussed there. I sang Glory before anybody got to sing Glory with my class. My class is talking about it, but FASH ain't cool enough to talk. Denzel was amazing, bro. That was Denzel's like first like snowflake, like just like that, yo. And that's why today I'm gonna say you ain't gonna discredit me in this culture. You're not gonna discredit me in this culture. FASH is quite confident, understands where he comes from. FASH knows there's a lot of lost people, just like little Joey, There's a lot of little Joeys in this world that's lost. Yo, can we go? Can't go. These people can't go. Yo, there's ways out. There's ways out. There's anybody out there that's very much getting bullied. And I'm sorry I'm not seeing the comments quick enough because I'm really trying to get into my story here. Is that, yo, email me, Joey Gallant 77, Joey Gallant 77 @gmail.com. Put bully need to talk, subject, bully need to talk. Word up, bully need to talk. subject. Bully need to talk. Fash gets a lot of spam. I got a lot of people. I got new ones now saying that they want to buy my song. Yo, they're gonna try to buy my song. Cheeks in the air, cheeks in the air, cheeks in the air, cheeks in the air. You know why? Because once it puts cheeks in the air, it's over. Ah, it's over. Banger. Boop. Got him. Nah. Yo, what up, Fast Family? Happy birthday, Ethan. Yo, we cooked up. It's all right. This is what you could be, little Joey. Little Joey, look over here. This is what you could be, soldier. Don't worry about them kids picking on you. It ain't worth it. There's another year. Another year is going to happen. You know what's wrong with? Some of them people are getting picked on at home. So they come on to school and they take it out on whoever they can. If you see this and you're a strong individual, stop it. Speak up. Become the person's friend. Because the funny thing is, bullies don't like messing with packs. They look for the weak fawn. They look for the little hurt fawn traveling behind the pack. Go become that person's friend. Say, how you doing, little Joey? Oh, Joey, how you doing? You never know who little Joey's gonna grow up to be. Might grow to be fast. This little piece of hair right here, annoying his ass. What you think about my hair? How extra me. All right, enough about me. Let's talk about y'all. What y'all think about me? No, I just played. That's from Pastor Tim. I used to love Pastor Tim. He used to do that. Yo, matter of fact, I still got to check in with one of my homies. Is that, listen, I love y'all, man. Listen, times are hard. Us muses, we have a responsibility. I'm sorry. Hey, listen, y'all checked in. It's like the legend that checked in and don't want to be talked about. You kind of checked in, bro. You checked into this game of hip-hop. You know what comes with it. All this bullets and that. No, that don't come with it. Are people going to be curious about you? Come try to, like, discover you and do songs with you? And if you put out a whole bunch of dope stuff, is eventually somebody going to have to say something about it? Flowers. I seen you give some. The prophet gave some. Paved the way. Respect the dead. Digital. I always kept it real with digital. When it come around, ha. Yo, I love you guys so much. So there's two parts to this. There's a home piece where the kids need help at home. There's a school piece where even in a class, a kid could get so isolated in a class. I've been so isolated in a class where I couldn't tell the teachers, of course. That would be right. So that would only come at worse, whatever. Fash ain't never ratted, and it's because worse, whatever. Fash ain't rat. But no, yo, for real, it's not a good thing. So, but we know this as kids. A lot of these little kids getting picked on solid, right? So they won't go to their teacher, and guess what? They're not gonna go to their parents. They know the parents gonna go to the teacher. So they're lost on the island of misfit toys, but there's no toys with them. They're just isolated. They're isolated, victimized kids that need this. Why do you think I say take all the monies away, take all the monies of the OC? I'm sorry to tell you, it's called preventive maintenance. Check back in. You'll watch this video from the beginning. There's a little freestyle on it for preventive maintenance, and that's feeding the money to DMH kids. DMH, Department of Mental Health. Hey, let's have some people with some degrees in there as guidance counselors. Why do we have these people with degrees after we already graduate, after we're already shaped, after we're already fucked up by something in the world? Why is that when we see a counselor? When perhaps there could be some well-trained, well-hearted people that can help guide these people a little earlier in life because they're already there. They just don't have those kind of degrees, or they're not. I'm sorry, and it's all respect to them. It's all respect to them. They do their job. For the ones that actually can't do their job, yo, respect. I ain't never seen a guidance counselor. I actually didn't have no guidance counselor. But, however, I seen a couple guidance counselors stick their necks out so far to get people housing. So, like, yo, it goes both ways. But this is why it's such an importance to feed into some goodness and to get this humanity level up. Humanity level up because it connects to all these peripheral things. It absolutely connects to school shootings. I don't know what caused these, what their background was or whatnot. I have no idea. But I can only talk for the ones that were bullied, ones that are isolated. I don't know any that listen if they got pre hatred in there, if they're already designed to fight, like they're already pre judging stuff. Prejudice, fashion is very much against that energy. My pet peeve, prejudice, is judging a book by its cover. Um, so if that's pushing them from their families, that needs to be stopped. That needs to be deaded. And if that's found in society, yeah, that needs those absolutely. I want to call it embers. Need to be stomped out. Better educated. Better open up some spectrums. You know what I mean? However, we're not there. We're not barbaric. We're not barbaric. We're not barbaric by far. Um, we're not. We're not. My grandmother noticed there was a difference in culture, and she always tried to keep up with the right thing to say in culture, the right terminology to use in culture, and she always just seemed to be one step behind. And it'd be oddities like that. What, you can't love Fash? You can't love Fash's grandmother because she tried to be polite, and it came out in the different. She was one decade behind. We gotta have understanding for people if we want to be understood. These people have lived entire lives. Some of them double the lives we have. I'm not saying their prejudice need to be understood. No, 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 no. Where that was going was for, I heard the cases of the kids that go in there and then they find all this freaking paraphernalia on the computers afterwards that showed that it was going to lead up to this whole thing. So I don't know how they weren't caught, but in the first place, I don't know how it got to the end point. But to me, these kids are almost like trained soldiers. ISIS out there pushing radical missions, and it's absolutely disgusting. No radical mission. Fascists don't support radical missions. I think that's where it comes down to at the end of the day, because radical missions ain't equal. A Christian radical mission ain't equal. It's not equal. Equals equal. Equal means equal. Put yourself in the other person's shoes. Could that person say this? Could that person say this? Let me think before I speak once. Let me use more than 10% of my brain. Do I make people uncomfortable? I hope so right now. I hope y'all loving ones are loving. And I hope for whoever ain't loving are squirming in your damn seats. I live off my integrity. I'm a United States Marine. Disabled Marine. I hear some. I hear them jokes. I hear them jokes. You cute. You cute like a puppy. Like a puppy love. Puppy love. Puppy love. They call me puppy love. Yo, say the kid's name. Come on. Say the kid's name. Yo, I got a couple sparring partners out there. You know what I mean, just waiting for them to drop the kid's name so the kid could blow up. They drop the kid's name, it's over. There's a couple moves that's gonna be over, but Fash don't want to get in on no negative energy either. That was something else. That I feel I don't want it to get out of hand. Fash absolutely respects the goats, the people who paved the way. Two of the strongest goats, three of the strongest goats. Fash loves everything at 100%. Here's something I'll leave you with at last thought. We'll get past the bully stuff again. Yo, if anybody needs further talk with the bully stuff, hit me up on Instagram too if you want. I'm on Instagram. Fash GODZ on Instagram. Or go ahead and email me. If you go to the end of my YouTube page, you'll see an email and stuff like that. Seriously, email me a subject there. I'll absolutely talk to you and we'll talk through this, bro. Is for those that are isolated by both culture and home, I absolutely understand that, and there's a loving soul right here that will care about you. I absolutely care about you. I thank everybody for checking in. Yo, it's a crazy world. It's a crazy world to be lost in. This is a crazy world for anybody to be lost in. Nobody should feel absolutely isolation is the worst feeling in this world. And that's why the one thing we humans do is we crave community. We crave to be together. right? Um, let's not sector it. So like a real quick note to leave with, because that one just popped. One of my favorite bars ever from Wheezy is "Black and White Diamonds, Fuck Segregation." I think that might have been when I absolutely fell in love with Wheezy. Absolutely, 100%, all in. That's when I was like, fuck the auto tune, I love him. That's when I finally accepted auto tune. I'm saying 100%. Just because Fash came up from a different, it was different. I told you everything when it's different, when it's like what Fash is going through right now, probably coming out so raw again. People ain't heard raw product in a while. Is that whenever something comes out new, a lot of people like it. It's trendy, and some people are like, wait a minute, but that just ain't. Where's you got that? So that's gonna that that bridges me into this. It's the goat. It's the goat because I be hearing these lyrics like, "Oh, but you love him." Like, don't be a emo goats. Don't do that. No emo goats. No emo goats. You ain't the original. You the OG though. So let me bring you back to '96. So when things finally got better for Fash, when Fash's stepdad and mom came into his life, and my stepdad said, "Listen," he said, "Listen." He goes, "Go up to the first person that's making fun of you. It's okay to put your hands up and duke it out. You come home with a black eye, it's okay. I'm not promoting fighting, but I'm saying this. It finally gave me some kind of a backbone in my family structure, and that's what helped change things for Fash. Because once I had that, I started gaining confidence, and confidence is absolutely what these children need to help shape, grow, and create. So there we go. We took all the money out of our arts and put it into how to teach these kids to pass exams. This is bananas. Y'all are bananas. What do you want from this world? What are you trying to see? What are you planting? I think creativity is interesting. I understand we need people who fulfill jobs. They will be there. Don't cut the arts apart. Let them be creative while they can. Maybe some people got a short window for being creative. Let them be creative once they can. All right. So things started getting better for me once Fash met that person in my life that put that backbone there that says, "I got your back. I got your back. I got your back." You know what I mean? And that's what I want Fash family to be. That's what I want this alien acronym to be. I want this alien acronym. Alien means all life is equal now. All life is equal now. Listen, we are all different to something, so why can't we all be together? That's our common denominator. We are all different. That's the melting pot theory. We are all different. We are all different. Allow space for the next person so you can gain some space. Don't expect it. Don't expect it. But just do it and it'll grow. Just do it and it'll grow. You can't change things. Yes, you can. Pac made a song about it called Changes. I don't know about you, but when that song was riding through the freaking whip, Fash's heart felt a little lighter. Felt good about the world. That's what we need, users. We need to feel good about this rock we're living on. Why not? Why we gotta feel horrible about everything? That's how we leave these little soldiers stranded. Love, prayer, and support to all the families that were affected. That didn't just affect that kid. That affect all the kids, especially all the kids that's. Fash is gonna look more into the story, to be honest with you. But there's just been so much of this that. There's been so much about this that D12 was talking about this about a decade ago. Trying to bring attention to this. One of the things that gave me a transition, I didn't even take the transition, but all right, so here we go. This is one of the things I absolutely love about Eminem. He's a spitter. He's a go-get-it spitter. He's a spitter. So back in 96, back in 95, 96, right, when you had your favorites, your East and West, it was Tupac and Biggie, and then later on, it was still Tupac and Biggie. Out of respect to both of them gentlemen, it was Tupac and Biggie for the longest time as number one and number two, and it might always go down as that. And as explained, and the way I feel about it, my opinion is it's not a 1 and 2, it's a 1 and 1. It's this. I felt Tupac's a GOAT poet. Tupac is a GOAT poet. Biggie is a GOAT lyricist. Now we got that era of music. Would we compare that with Marvin Gaye and stuff like that? Not to say it's that much of a change, but would we compare that? No. So there's different generations of music. So in this generation of music, I feel one of the goats. And I told you, if I love somebody, I love it at 100%. I don't know how to love, I try not to love at 95. That means you're cheating somebody out of something. Is listen, you love everything at 100%. The goat poet is Wheezy. That line, it's not just that line. That line made me fall in love with the gentleman. That made me fall in love with his music. This is all platonic love. If you understand love, you understand love. And if not, listen to this gentleman, because he teach you a song. He got a song about how to love, but like that, mirror, bro, like that. He will show you how to love. That's poetry. M is saying, to me, my opinion, why I love M. He's a goat spitter. He's a GOAT syllable artist. He is a GOAT rapper. He is the GOAT rapper. And he goes face head on government problems and stuff. He attacks those issues, those real stuff that Pac said this is what real rappers would do. He's seen an issue, he go, whatever his opinion was on it. Whether you respect his opinion, don't respect his opinion. Both him and his group, like I said, trench coats has been out. The idea of bullied kids in trench coats has been out for a long time, trying to get attentions to it. Not all of this was like, hey, do this. Some of this was like, hey, this shouldn't be happening. Are you guys watching? Are you guys even listening to lyrics? They challenged you like this. One of Fash's favorite groups growing up, harder than me, because the whole group is GOAT to me, and I can almost break it down the same way as Wu-Tang. And Redman got that poet GOAT soul. Method got that spitter. He's also a dope poet. They do the hybrided and stuff, but that's what this generation is hybrid and stuff. They got dope ideas, creativity. Let's bring this stuff back to love. Let's get these cheeks in the sky. Come on, man. This is what you're gonna do with your time. What you're gonna do with your minute of fame. What am I gonna do with my minute of fame? We're trying to make sure everybody else can get there. I want a roller rink back in my city. That's all I want. I want the little kid. I want my grandkids to be able to skate around in New Bedford, bro. I don't want to have to go 2 cities to go. I ain't got transportation like that. I don't want my kids to have to just grow up staring at a hoop because they're tired of throwing the ball at. And I understand we could play ball all day. 365, 18 years until you decide to, whatever with your life. Come on, man. We need more recreation. Hip-hop shops, places to get. We do have a chance to actually, like, the government's so messed up. Like, these people are looking for leaders. So why I say suggesting, like, listen, it's influencers now, I guess. It's influencers over government, I guess. It's something like that as far as some spiritual stuff, because there's a spiritual element in this world that needs to be dealt with that's not on the law books. And I don't trust in the hands of lawyers and DAs, I'm sorry. Put it in the hands of somebody like The Rock and Chris Hart. You kidding me? GOAT souls. I believe have GOAT souls. You see how they kid around with each other? You see how, like, the humility factor, the human factor. Everybody's so good, bro. You too good? All right, then go be too good. Or you only get along with your type of people, or whoever you and your type of people is. Go get along with them, bro. I'm all set, bro. I bid with togetherness. Everybody eats, B. My homie taught me that, and I'm gonna hold that down forever. Everybody eats, B. That's BK. Stand up. Everybody eats, B. The bullies that challenge you. Yo, word up. I'll tell you a very ironic story. Yeah, very ironic story. My first year in the Marine Corps, FASH came back hard ass. FASH came back fully trained. By this time, I already knew how to work claymores. I knew how to diffuse bouncing betties, anti-tanks, mines. I knew how to set traps, take a pocket. I was the first shooter. I was the #1 shooter in boot camp. The same bully kid. Listen to me, bully kids. that little Joey that was getting his ass whipped and all that shit, picked on for his shoes and just goofed on all the time and couldn't speak and all this stuff, couldn't speak on the cool shows and stuff that I was watching. Like everybody just bullied, had to shut up and just take all the shit of the fucking everything. The low man on a totem pole. This guy became the #1 shooter out of boot camp. #1 out of 800 something plus Marines, badass Marines, bro. I missed a perfect score by about 4 points. It was either 4 or 6 points. I was getting mixed up because I got either a whatever it was, the 4 or the 6. It lines up to make an even 10. I either got the 4 or the 6. I either was off by 4 points or 6 points. But out of 300, it was 290. So it was either 294 or 296. Anyways, so did that. Needed support from home. So if these kids ain't getting support from home, you care, yo, kick in. Leave links for these kids and start shaping this world where it ain't so cool to bully. It already ain't, yo. I went to one. I was so happy, yo. I thought this energy was almost gone, yo, because I went to my seed's school, and the first thing they did is they put up their ones that like put up ones against bullying, we're all together, only whatever people bully, only people that need to bully, however they put it, right? And I was like so proud of these people. I was like, whoa, look at these kids go, yo. Look at these kids go. Just stick together, man. Ain't no need to bully. If everybody eats, ain't no need to bully either. I understand beefs. You got beefs. Handle your beefs. Let everything be solved in the day. There's no need to carry on stuff. That's called a grudge. There's no need to hold grudges. Grudges do not look good on you. Let them off. Stuff like that. Clean, wipe them shoulders off. You all listen, Jay-Z? Not the GOAT poet. Same. We could do this all day. Fat Joe. GOAT spitter. GOAT soul. Bridge. An amazing soul. Same with Sir Reggie, Redman, and that's the reason why I said, yo, these people have like some amazing souls in them. They care enough to reach into the culture, and we need a lot more music like that. Yo, let FASH will absolutely kick in. I'll be that music. Everybody hates me. FASH's table is. I love y'all. Yo. So that was the last thoughts. I wanted to leave you some thoughts about the GOATs and stuff like that, because you know what I mean. I be hearing stuff like switch hey da da da. No, we ain't doing that again. We ain't doing that again. We ain't picking sides again. We ain't doing that. Everybody is here for a reason. It's a spherical theory. We are all here. Everything is meant to be. We're here for a reason. And if anybody's telling you your voice don't count, they're lying to you. They're absolutely listening to FASH right now. They're lying to you. They might put a pause on your voice because they got the cool spot in school right now, but eventually your voice is going to count. And it might even outweigh theirs. I guarantee you that. You have more hope in life. Reach out to FASH. I love y'all. Have a great day, yo. Ethan, happy birthday, kid! Yo, how old is he? Let me check over here. Did the hotline Cherry check in? I'm just here, yo. What up? I'm just here. I don't even know if y'all are still here, but yo, I very much appreciate y'all for coming out. I just wanted to share some of them thoughts, yo, because some of these kids, they sometimes that's just what it is. It gets caught up in bullying, and it becomes a situation, and it affects too many families. And we need to try to change this energy, feed into a different energy. So this world is just like the story of the Native American. Story I tell all the time, you know, of the elders speaking to the young buck there, saying, you know, there's two wolves inside of us, a good wolf and a bad wolf, and young brave asks, well, which one's gonna win? And the elder says, which one's the one you feed? Just like that, this planet's like that. This planet's got a great energy and a bad energy, and whatever one we feed will grow. And the one that feeds and grow is going to be the one that saturates into our school systems and affects our kids, and it saturates our kids' cortex before it even hits the school systems. That's kind of what it helps, like, design the house. You got whatever they're structuring for the kids on this side, whatever the GOV is structuring for the government, and now whatever we're structuring for it over here. And I'm seeing a lot of false narratives being built, like snitching's cool and stuff. Like, no, it's not. It's better just to stay out the situation. It's very much better just to stay out the situation to ever snitch. Don't ever snitch. Like I was taught that at a very young age because I had brothers. My mother would just straight backhand me if I came in there telling some stuff to my brother. Get out of there, go handle that. You want to hear that? Stop telling your brother. Stop telling your brother. Stop telling your brother. That's why we learned in the Bible. That's how we became the no snitching capital road. That's where all the t-shirts came from. John Walsh did this whole little episode over here and didn't get one phone call and he had to go on the news and say it. Like my dad just opened up the gateway for a lot of stuff just because we're a lot of solid citizens. We were a lot of solid citizens. So whatever we do is none of your business because, yo, absolutely love y'all. I appreciate you. I thank you for checking in. Anybody getting bullied now, it's going to get better. I promise you it's going to get better. FASH went through 3 years of hard bullying, the lowest man on the totem pole in school. High school, I did fine. High school, I did fine. Confidence was finally put on me. Somehow, we'll help get the confidence into these children. We'll help give them the support they need mentally, physically, soulfully. This is what we need. That's our part. School can only do so much. We also shape the minds of our children. We shouldn't be shaping their minds of our children, thoughts about other children before they even go to school. Ever, 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 ever. We're going to stop feeding that energy altogether and stop feeding a better energy. Thank y'all so much for checking in. I love y'all. Stay blessed. And probably see you tomorrow the next day. Peace. Stay